question. So does self-doubt lead you to the laziness?
See, keep an example. Like if tomorrow it's Guru Purnima, you won't have any laziness to get up. Immediately you'll get up. If you're gonna somebody tells you have to sing for bhajan tomorrow, Swami is gonna come, you'll surely get up because you don't have any self-doubt in singing. You know you can sing. But in doing yoga, if you have some doubt in yourself, can I do yoga or not? You will keep laziness as a reason. So it depends on your self-doubt. If like you don't have self-doubt in singing, so naturally you'll be able to get up. There's no laziness because you don't have any self-doubt. But in doing yoga or something else, then if you have self-doubt, then naturally you'll keep laziness as a reason, or something else also could be.
What I feel is self-doubt does bring yourself to laziness, because when you have self-doubt, you'll be keep on postponing, and after some time you'll just feel like instead of just postponing, I'll just stop doing. Like for example, the same example, blindfold. Like for some time you'll be having self-doubt and you'll be postponing. Like I don't want to do it today, I'll do it tomorrow, because you have that self-doubt. So like when you keep on postponing, at one time you'll even be lazy that okay, anyway I'm not able to do, so why should I do blindfold? So that self-doubt itself will lead to laziness. So what I feel, self-doubt does lead to laziness. I have a question. How can postponing affect the purpose of your life?
So when you keep on postponing whatever life presents you, you're slowing down the process of you experiencing the purpose of your life. So if your purpose is like experiencing the highest peak of Advaita, whenever you postpone Advaita, whenever you postpone the completion with others, that time you'll be going against Advaita. So that time you won't be experiencing Advaita and you'll be doing Droha to Kalabhairava. So whenever you're postponing, you're not moving towards life, you're moving against life. So at the same time, you're not moving towards the purpose of your life.
What I feel is when we keep postponing things, like an addition to the completion, you keep postponing them, you take more and more time to discover your consciousness, and at one point you start even postponing the purpose of your life. So for example, you decide your purpose of your life is enlightenment and you start postponing it, and over a period of time it becomes like, no, not now, I'll start working for enlightenment later. No, not today, I'll start tomorrow. Why complete today? No, I'll have all these patterns for today and start tomorrow. Like this, when you keep postponing your purpose of your life, it takes more and more time, and in the end you have to take more and more janmas to achieve the purpose of your life. So what I feel is like this, when you keep postponing the actions are going to like give the purpose of your life, you know like are diverted from the purpose of your life.
नित्येश्वरा हरि नित्येश्वरा नित्येश्वरा हरि नित्येश्वरा मूषिकवाहन मङ्गलदायक गौरीनन्दना नित्यपुरीश नित्येश्वरा हरि नित्येश्वरा नित्येश्वरा हरि नित्येश्वरा मुक्तिप्रदायक विघ्नविनाशक सिद्धिविनायक नित्यपुरीश नित्येश्वरा हरि नित्येश्वरा नित्येश्वरा हरि नित्येश्वरा गंगाधर हर हे परमेश्वर जय जगदीश्वरा नित्यपुरीश नित्येश्वरा हरि नित्येश्वरा नित्येश्वरा हरि नित्येश्वरा शिवशक्तीश्वरा श्रीशैलेश्वरा शम्भो शङ्करा नित्यपुरीश नित्येश्वरा हरि नित्येश्वरा नित्येश्वरा.
So I want to share about this one very, very important aspect of the Inner Awakening program, that is the energy darshan which Swamiji gives every day of the program. And we were told that through this energy darshan, not only do we feel, but our entire body is transformed through Swamiji's energy and his space. Scientifically, many things in our body change. Like there have been quite a few scientific tests indicating that the energy darshan really physically changes us from inside. And energy darshan is all about you and Swamiji in that one same space, and he is the mirror of your emotions at that moment. So if you are excited, he will look at you just with that same glitter in his eye, and at that moment, you know, everything will fade. Time will fade, and you will not know where you are. You will be in a different space altogether. It is just you and Swamiji. And even if, you know, there are many people, you know, who want to tell Swamiji about their life, their problems. Even I, you know, sometimes I wanted to tell Swamiji, ask him about my problems. But the moment you just go in front of him, it's like all your thoughts, your brain has been wiped clean. So the first day when he did the Shivoham process, I didn't feel anything during the process, so I was just sitting blank. I wasn't understanding why so many loud sounds, why all these drum beats and these bells and such loud music and noise. But it didn't feel like noise to my ears. It was pretty pleasant, but I was still a little confused as to what it was exactly. And then all the participants were sharing, you know, they had these amazing experiences. Someone even felt their third eye awakening. And as Swamiji said, one day I was feeling a little jealous because I wasn't feeling anything. I was just sitting there blank, and all these people are just enjoying themselves, all these experiences. So I felt that way. But then Swamiji said that it's not about what you are feeling or experiencing, it's about you being there and you being transformed by his energy and the way he's conducting the whole entire Shivoham process.
Shiva, 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 Shivoham. Welcome home to experience love current of Mahadeva. This city is just DNA of physical expression of Hinduism. From your side, nothing needs to be done other than being here. Simple truth straight away.